Now, Jubilee Party Governor candidate for Nairobi City, Polycarp Igathe, is currently meeting Kenya Private Sector Alliance KEPSA in a Nairobi hotel. The meeting comes just a day after KEPSA met the UDA candidate Johnson Sakaja. Let's cross over there live and listen in.
Nairobi Health Services, Nairobi Environmental Services, Nairobi, the executing agencies. So we are going to reform, retool, rejig, and create a fit-for-purpose organization for service delivery, essential service delivery. And that is what we'll do. I'm not going to recreate anything. I will take the best that has been done in the past and lift it and make it sustainable. I am not the type who comes and rubbishes everybody who came in front of me. I pick up from where I take their successes and I fix their failures and I move forward. That's my philosophy. And that is what we shall do. But single business permit will mean exactly that. Supermarkets will only have one, even if there are multiplicity there. And then we'll also say, here is your annual single business permit rate. You can pay it daily, hourly, monthly. We'll give you options of paying it in terms of also paying, especially for the micro small entrepreneur, because they can only pay as you go. But we'll also really fix the revenue system. Because Nairobi, you can't believe we have almost 2.9 discrete properties in Nairobi. Do you know how many properties pay rates? But they don't pay rates because they don't get services and they're not regularized. Only 120,000 properties pay rates in Nairobi. It's like a family of 3 million people, but it's only 120,000 who bring food home for people to eat. Too few people carrying too many people. That's my answer to your question, and I welcome any other ideas you have, because we are going to run Nairobi with public participation. We'll activate the Neighborhood Act. I'll give you an example. My dream is that there is not a single invoice that we do three-way matching or LPO of Nairobi City County that will be signed off unless the Residents Association signs and says the pothole was fixed, the storm drain was covered. The Estate Association or you Business Association, that is how we shall do it. We shall get you involved part and parcel. Muigai, I think the other question is from Winnie, MCAs and their interest. What is really eating the MCAs? Because the Nairobi County Assembly has become the Nairobi County Executive. There is going to be a Chinese wall. Parliament oversights, executive executes. Parliament oversights, executive executes. And if you look, Nairobi has 42 MCAs who are Kikuyus. The 43s are others in 2013. 45 are Kikuyus last time when I ran. 40 are others, other tribes. You know, I don't have beef with the Kikuyus. I'm a Kikuyu myself. I just want Kikuyus to really take themselves to what we call a Moshemanio, a meeting. Nairobi has 45 MCAs. I can tell you, because I like to speak mother tongue, because this is politics. These 45 Kikuyu MCAs are controlled by 3 Somalis. That's a fact. There is a cabal. The capture is too serious. Even yesterday, they were doing things that are completely illegal and illicit. As late as of yesterday. Now you wonder, my tribesmen, this money, what are we going to do with it? The political culture of the Kikuyu used to be lion-hearted. It has now become vulturistic and hyenaistic. The lion only eats the animal. It's a predator. But we are killing one another. We are tearing at one another. We have a few people who have become way too greedy. If you go to the county now, the invoices being paid are being paid to few people of one community. Salaries are not even being paid. The Nairobi city worker is the most demotivated. Let me tell you, in answering your MCA question, I am taking over a county with debts of 85 billion shillings. When Sonko and I took over, we had 58 billion debt. I don't know how it has hit 85 billion. We don't have a fixed asset register. Nairobi city is not a going concern. Ladies and gentlemen, you cannot give this job to somebody without the competence to get it done. I will deal with MCAs politically. I told you the political parties are the shareholders of politics. That was a loaded statement. The most disciplined political leader in Kenya who has an organic following, a relationship politics, is Raila Amolo Odinga. All the rest, I can argue, have a transactional following. People follow you because you pay them money. You mobilize. Only Raila Amolo Odinga has discipline. When he says this goes in ODM, it goes. Kalonzo, when he says this goes in Wiper, it goes. Wamalwa says this goes in DAP, it goes. Upia says this goes, it goes. Wiper says this goes, it goes. But Jubilee, Uhuru says this goes. Fight starts tomorrow. What's wrong with you, Kikuyus? And on 10th of August, the Luos will go to their party. The Luos will go to their party because that's how we have organized ourselves and there's nothing wrong. The Kambas will go to their party. Kikuyus, where will you go? Politically, we must organize ourselves, and that's where we shall control. That's where we shall manage the MCAs through political party, and that's where Azimio la Umoja is the Wiper way, the NAK Kenya way, the TNA, the Jubilee way, the ODM way, the UPIA way, the DAP way. Azimio la Umoja. It's like this ball, dynamic, moving, and that's why Kenyans must elect that unity, that political unity. If we don't answer the political question, we will forever be in debates about the economic and social question. And we have political party organization. Azimio la Umoja is the best thing after sliced bread. Sanitation and informal settlements in Nairobi. We are going to bring a system and get inspired by the Japanese called Jokasu. Jokasu is where your waste soil, night soil treatment is done. And we shall do it under the Nairobi Foundation, especially in informal settlements. You've asked a powerful question. Many people don't know that 5 out of 10 Nairobians still go to toilet on the long drop. Even people in Runda, Spring Valley, and Karen, they have sophisticated long drops because that is what a septic tank is. People don't flush toilets. If you don't allow a citizen to go to the toilet with dignity, what are you doing? Chris Kirubi taught me one thing I'll never forget. If you go to an organization or a company or a hotel, first of all, go to the toilet the workers go to. If it's dirty, you don't need to be told the quality of that MD. I call it the toilet test. I used to use it even in Shell. If you go to a dirty toilet, that's why I was cleaning toilets. Also, in addition to tell the cartels, we can take shit and we can deal with it, you know? Many of them thought it was a joke. We can clean it up. And I'm not afraid to do so. Because I'm a Kenyan and don't see anyone else, it's my responsibility to clean after myself, rather than expect another person to do. The MCA, so what am I saying? Vote for the entire MCA and Azimio, and we shall. And I know I'm running late because I'm going for a meeting with MCAs, and you know they're my bosses too. They will be my bosses from an oversight point of view, but we shall work. We are going to be unified. We shall work with the whips. There is a whip, there is a majority leader. I don't know whether you see it in America. Even when they walk, there is statecraft. The president, the speaker, the leader of the majority. That is the political order. It's like a company. There is a chairman, there is a CEO, and there is management. That protocol and statecraft has been lost somewhere in the middle. You find a fellow who has nothing to do challenging the party leader. What business do you have challenging Raila Amolo Odinga? Of course, we have organizations. We have the delegates conference. We have these other ones. But this political indiscipline, and it is fired up and financed by corruption. That's why corruption in Nairobi must be declared a state of emergency. The third thing, sanitation, I've told you, sanitation and settlement, that one we are going to work on. And by the way, the French government has been very kind, and there's a lot of connection, trunking that is going on sewer. At the end of my term, all neighborhoods in Nairobi will be connected to the public sewer system. And we shall recover land stolen and protect the land. The lowest part in Nairobi is Roi. That's why the solid waste flows there. But you know, all that land had been stolen and people are growing trees there and doing farming. You know, that's why Nairobi cannot be given to a farmer. This ini shamba la mawe. You know? The third thing, the fourth thing, Degwa, lovely to see you. Youth buy-in. You know, Degwa, let me tell you, youth is very it's Gatia Mohoya. You know, this country, the average age is 19. In fact, the biggest mistake we make is to create a ministry of youth. Because the country is young. But young people are adults. Stop begging. Change your clothes. Come and run for political office. I'm very happy to see very many young people running for political office. Occupy. In fact, one of my competitors for the seat of governor is 25. I'm really excited to see him put up his hand. The buying, nobody will ever, you are not a special interest group. The special interest group in the economy is PWDs and women. Women We have, those are special interest group. The youth, you are the population. You're the population. The youth, you're the population, and the buy-in will come. Young people, you've been always, you are the most powerful people. You're the most powerful people, so we really need, but the buy-in is by making sure.
That's Polycarp Igathe addressing private sectors. Now, Mombasa ODM candidate for the gubernatorial race, Abdul Samad Nasir, has condemned Kenya Kwanza